up, everybody? Freak, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good. It's hard to believe I get to be a part of all this.
It was a long weekend. Just do your best and relax. Enjoy it. We here, the fans will show too. You all know things get serious.
Oh yeah, I'll be ready. Butterflies long gone by then.
What makes you think you'll even be playing in the fourth quarter?
Because I wasn't on the cover of the play like this. Doesn't mean I can't get it done when it counts.
And you can't even get it done on a virtual tour. I beat you without even trying last night.
Got you there.
You got lucky. Okay, I want a rematch.
Yo, I want in on this. I could take you or Jimmy.
Well, I got plenty of time to beat all of you. Steph, you want in on this too?
I'm in. Hope you know how to defend the long ball better than you do out here.
I'll take one after you guys are done. Might as well make me the championship game.
Okay, consider it done. It's going to be the easiest night of my life. But now it's time to start the real show with the league's newest star at center stage. Good luck tonight, fellas.
Welcome to our coverage of the NBA All-Star Game with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan.
And guys, this really sets up to be an incredible night in terms of excitement. From the coaches to the players, to us here in the booth. I mean, this is such a fantastic event to be a part of.
Guys, it really is the greatest all-star game in all the sports, in my opinion. We have the best players in the NBA at the peak of their powers. I mean, I can't wait to see what this year's game has in store for us.
Hi, this is Kevin Harlan, joined by my partners, Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. A look at the West All-Stars starting group. Griffin is out there with Anthony Davis. Then there's Stephen Curry. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Durant in at the three.
Well, the all-star game D is in full effect. They typically clamp it down in the second half.
And this has become one of the must-see events of the year, which is obvious by all the star power in attendance here tonight.
Well, certainly the Hollywood crowd is on hand, the biggest names from the sports world, music stars. Everybody wants to be a part of All-Star Week.
I love this event so much because it combines the world-class ability of these players with the freedom of the playground.
Yep, it's the greatest and certainly the most fun pickup game these players will ever play in.
That's good from Carter. Both good from the line that time.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Curry attacking. No good. So the East All-Stars will take it the other way. Carter up top, guarded by Curry. Pulls up, high post. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. And that's now 6 points for Freak. Curry kicks to Durant for three. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, let's say the defense being played here tonight might be a bit on the soft side from both teams.
Well, I know you're not surprised, are you? I mean, fast and loose is the way this game should be played.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
And that's how you take the steal and turn it into a transition opportunity.
I think that's the perfect time to do it, Greg. I mean, those few seconds after the turnover, strike right away because the defense has no chance to get organized.
Not much in the way of defense being played here early on.
Well, you know how it works. I mean, both teams will be conserving their energy at the defensive end until later on. That's typically how this thing unfolds.
Now here is Carter. He's got 6, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Westbrook kicks to Durant. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. And it's 8 points for Kevin Durant.
And no player in the league has done more to earn his spot in this game than he has. I mean, he's having a terrific season.
He sure is. Excellence on a consistent basis for him. I mean, he's been their rock all year. Kevin Durant has been getting it done. He's already up to 8 points, and he's hit the mark twice from three-point range as well.
And Clark, it's no stretch to say the more points he gives them from beyond the arc, the better off they'll be.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
And it's Carter penetrating, and the layup's good off the glass. Carter's got his third bucket of the night. And so here are the West All-Stars. 4-point game. In the corner, it's Westbrook. Ring shot on the way. It's hauled in by the East All-Stars. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Thanks, Kevin. The West All-Stars head coach and I got a chance to catch up for just a minute. If Coach had any butterflies in his stomach about coaching the All-Stars, he didn't let any of it come out. He said it was for the fans, and even though he's in charge of the best players in the NBA, his only coaching advice is to go out and have fun. Guys?
Thanks again, Doris.
They're doing a lot of spectating there on D. But hey, it's the All-Star game.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. Now, here's Curry. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Here is Carter. 4-point game. And he gets it to go.
The defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out. Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one open.
Pick by Okafor. Carter outside. That doesn't go either for Carter. And so here are the West All-Stars. The wide open look for Durant. Jimmy Butler comes up with the rebound. The dish to Carter. Okafor kicks to Carter. Carter can't get that one to fall.
Well, he's certainly seen his share of the ball tonight.
I would say maybe more than his fair share. I mean, he's not going to make too many friends out there if he's not willing to spread that sugar a little bit.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference.
Logs checked in for the East. Freak comes in for Kemba Walker.
And you know the officials not giving their whistles much of a workout here tonight. Very few fouls being called.
And most of that, Greg, is because they're not playing full force defense. I mean, you're never going to see as much contact around the bucket in this game as you would ordinarily.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all filled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor for the West All-Stars, Damian Lillard out there with Harden. Then there's Davis. Then there's Griffin. And it's Humphries in at the 3 spot. Great look, but off the mark. Carter outside. Lets it fly. Carter can't get that one to fall.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he's much talking.
And the rejection by Love. Pass to Carter. 3-pointer. That doesn't go either for Carter.
Even against solid defense, he's still going to try to continue to make that shot.
And I wouldn't bet against him in that situation the next time out.
And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play. So it'll be James Harden shooting. It's going to be on Freak. Here's what the East is going with right now. Okafor's checked in, and it's Paul George and for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Durant's checked in for the West. Curry comes in for Damian Lillard. And Durant gets it to go. The assist by Harden. And 12 points for Kevin Durant. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the West All-Stars.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnover.
Here's Davis. Releases from the William Trophy. And now it's a 9-point West All-Star lead.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist number. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this. No clue.
A dominating first half of basketball from SoFi. Welcome back to the second half of the NBA All-Star Game. Always an exciting night of basketball.
Yeah, and I'm looking for the temperature to start to rise here a little bit in the second half.
Yeah, I'm exactly with you there. I think we'll see a little less showmanship and a little more intensity from here on out.
Carter, he's in at point guard. Kevin Love out there with Paul George. Then there's Okafor, and it's Beal in at the 2 spot. That's the 5 out there for the East All-Stars. George, no good.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Stolen by Carter. That shot is in, just like 6 others have been for him. He's shooting 7 for 15.
And Clark, that's really deflating for a team to cough up the ball and have it turn into points immediately on the other end.
You know, Greg, it feels like giving up 2 baskets, the one you didn't get, and then the one you allow the opponent to get.
And here we go with Curry running it up the court. They get it back. And it's good. Buck through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Well, if you're going to give them layups, there's no way you're going to get back in this game.
And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
Yeah, defensively, some really good pressure being applied, though, so you've got to give credit there. It seems like they've been rattled a little bit.
They have, Kevin, but that's something that they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
Wow, this game just a commanding performance for Carter. He's got 17 points and 3 steals.
It's hard to imagine that he's accounted for over half their points.
Well, you can just look at the box score, and we've been sitting here watching it. I mean, we've seen it with our own 2 eyes. It's for real.
Down low, got a piece of it. Griffin with the steal. And now Westbrook pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And he gets it to go. Westbrook's got 8.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage. +8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Curry's gone 1 of 4 so far. And it's Carter penetrating. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And the East All-Stars making a change here. Wall's checked in. James Harden, he's checked in for the West. Russell comes in for Curry. Durant against Beal.
That's the ball.
And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant. Now when you think of the great playmakers in league history, John Stockton per game averaged double-digit times. Look at this for his career. 15,806 career assists. A record you knew right off would stand for a very long time.
And guys, you know, you look up point guard in the dictionary, and there's a nice little picture of John Stockton there. I mean, he is an unreal distributor. Control the game like no one ever has before or since. It's no coincidence that Utah never missed the playoffs in any of the 19 seasons that John Stockton was at the helm. Yeah, such a crafty move. That's an all-star game special right there, folks.
That certainly isn't any regular season move. I agree with that. I mean, you save that kind of move for the big stage of the All-Star week.
Griffin's shot is off.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
Here's Carter, and stolen by Russell. And here's the fast break. That's tipped. It's stolen by Wall. To the paint. It's stolen by Davis. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. And that one falls, coming off of Davis's speed. And that's now 7 points for James Harden. Harden's gone 3 for 3 from the floor. Carter with the 3, and that one's good.
Man, that's sure got to be a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in that first half.
Russell dishes to Durant. Picked by Griffin. Russell passes to Davis. And he connects on the jumper. The screen's at the trip. Davis has got 10 points in the game.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
That try by Carter, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the West All-Stars.
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
And also, their mid-range game has been impressive. A tough shot to rely upon, but they really had it going tonight.
Lillard attacking. Here's Lawson. Another shot. And it's the East with the rebound.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
Here's Carter. Good work defensively by Lillard. And so here are the West All-Stars. Harden. And he gets it to go. Harden's got 9 points.
They're forcing the ball inside. It's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Lillard outside. In the corner. Harden. There's the pass to Towns. It's Lillard, top of the key. Great open look there. 6 points for him.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
That's a 2-pointer from Walker. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Walker's got his first basket of the night.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
And Damian Lillard again.
His shooting has been outstanding. He's definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
And stolen by Lillard. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. Offensive rebound. Humphries, no good. Walker. And that's not going to go. We've been having a great time here. We hope you have been too. The All-Star Game coverage continues. Thanks again for tuning in here to 2K Sports.
And, you know, you always look forward to this game, and this one certainly has lived up to the billing so far.
There is not another show in sports quite like the NBA All-Star Game, is there?
On the court for the West All-Stars, getting the fourth quarter going. We've got Thompson. Russell is out there with Towns, and it's Lawson in at the 4.
I tell you what, fellas, we're seeing some really good ball movement out there.
Definitely. 10 of their last 12 points have come off assists.
Here's Gooding. A beautiful reverse layup.
Now, there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
There's Moreland, and the whistle blows in the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Yeah, I guess when you're up this big, you can afford to get up a little sloppy.
1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Carter drives in. And Lawson with the ball. And there's the whistle. Foul hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That free throw missing. Then a shooter's check in for the East.
And, you know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star Game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Second shot opportunity.
He's made an effort to get into the defense a lot more by aggressively attacking the basket, and he's not shying away from the contact, which has given him some free throw opportunities.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
Here's Lawson up and in on the layup. Lawson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
Ball stolen. And they're pushing it up. Drops in the breakaway layup.
Their interior defense has been dismal.
Yeah, they're losing the battle in the paint.
And turnovers have been the issue for him.
Yeah, it sure has been the case. I mean, turnovers are like missing breakfast. Eventually, it's going to cost you.
Plus, I've always thought that it was good to maybe miss a breakfast or two, but that's another story. Anyhow, you can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
He's been an absolute non-factor. Zero factor this game. Just a horrible performance from him.
The tries by Russell really left alone that time.
And the big lead becomes bigger. They are playing with purpose here tonight, guys.
And they're doing it at both ends of the floor. I mean, that's what you like to see. They've been controlling the action from both ends of the court.
Carter inside the three-point line. That one off the back iron and out.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Russell, no good. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Here's Moreland. Thompson outside. He kicks to Lawson. From 13, that's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And it's 9 points for Lawson.
Seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Towns with the steal. It's 2 on 1. And it's the East with the rebound. Carter inside the three-point line, but they get it back.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that terrible job.
The West All-Stars also with the sub. Humphreys checked in. Here's Moreland, defended by Carter. Moreland kicks to Lawson. He feeds it to Thompson. They set the pick. Shot clock at 5. Charity spike shot, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo. And it goes out of bounds. The last touch by Antetokounmpo. The East making a switch. Walls checked in. Pass to Carter. To the left wing. Here's Gooding, and he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
Just no chance for the smaller defender to block that shot.
He's really, really good at using his size to really go up with those mid-range jumpers. Master at it.
On offense, here are the West All-Stars. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Here's Moreland, defended by Carter. Lawson with a screen on Carter. It's Thompson off the drive. Hits the front of the rim and out. We've got 1:08 left in the game. This is to Carter. There's the three, and he gets it to go. Carter's got 4 points this quarter.
And you know, he's really been one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory.
Moreland passes to Lawson. Kicks it to Towns. They set the screen. Moreland. From outside, off the mark. Beal dishes to Carter. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Gooding. It's rebounded by Towns. And so here are the West All-Stars. And the foul called on Freak. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Looked to me like just a frustration foul. It really kind of sums up the game they're having in general.
Here's Moreland, defended by Carter. Here's Moreland. So no problem for the West All-Stars as they get the win.
And it's impossible to know what's going to happen in these games. The talent on both sides is always...
2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith in the All-Star game. Kevin Durant, who's really set the tone for them in the first half, and it seemed to just help carry them forward from that point on. And Kenny, you had some words earlier while the game was going on. What do you... And that'll do it for this year's All-Star Game. Some splendid talent on display tonight. For Shaquille O'Neal and for Kenny the Jet Smith and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again to start up the NBA's second half of the season.